Hi guys, and welcome back to another Microsoft Flight Simulator video. Today marks exactly 1 month since IniBuilds Airbus A350 was released. So this is essentially just a 1 month review of the aircraft, how it feels for me, and yeah, just the sort of liveries that you get. So initially at launch we had I think 4 or 5 livery packs, and at that time I think I only bought two or three. So the European pack, the Emirates pack, which was Qatar, Emirates, and Etihad, and there was another pack as well, which got you like Air France, Japan, Singapore Airlines, Thais. So those were the 3 packs that I bought initially. Now, since then, I've bought an extra one, which included Finnair, SAS, Lufthansa, and I also bought the Delta Airlines pack. So I think there's only 2 left, which are the Cathay Pacific and the Ethiopian one, which doesn't really seem appealing to me right now, so I don't think I'll buy that. I'm hoping that IniBuilds essentially updates these packs, but from what I've seen, I've not received anything new, so I'm not really having high hopes for that. Now, in terms of the liveries, I think they're really good. The quality are really good. I think the details is very good. I think with IniBuilds, of course, you're gonna get the best, and I feel like that's what we got. Choosing them again, pretty easy. Just go to the livery section here, and then you've got a lot of variants as well, which I am really happy about. I usually just go for the ones that I like, so I don't really test all them out with the different registration numbers, but I think in terms of liveries, I think they've done a really good job there, so kudos to them. So let's go into the actual aircraft itself. In terms of all the buttons you see on the screen here, the flight management system, everything works perfectly fine. I did have some hiccups at the beginning as to getting autopilot to work, but I think since then everything is pretty much sorted. I mean, I've not really had any issues with the aircraft itself. I've managed to get autopilot working. The only thing that does bug me is the stuttering of the OIS system when you come out of cockpit mode and into external mode, and also when you just load straight into a landing video, the OIS system just keeps flashing really bright. So I'm not sure what that is, but I mean, I genuinely think that's the only issue I've got with this aircraft. Obviously there's a lack of cabin, which is really frustrating, but IniBuilds told us this from the beginning. And also the camera views, the external camera views, for if you wanted to just look at the wings or engine view like you have with other aircrafts, they don't have that, which again, very frustrating. I don't know if they'll ever release those as an update or not, but I really hope they do. You can see me here just messing around with the flight management system, just putting in my route through SimBrief. SimBrief is really fun to use as well, so I'd recommend using that if you don't have that. It essentially just plans your route from A to Z, and then you just import it into the actual FMS system here, as you can see on the aircraft. Starting up the engines, starting up the aircraft, pretty cool. I've only done it once or twice I think, but it works. There are some issues, but it's probably my fault. Now, going into the actual aircraft and the flying system, I think it's really good. Obviously, as you can see here, it stutters, but that's mainly because of Xbox, and I don't think that's because of IniBuilds. Hopefully Sim Update 3 can fix that, but I don't have high hopes with Microsoft and Asobo, because of everything they've been doing lately has been quite crap. Yeah, I mean, the flight itself pretty smooth. Autopilot works well for me. So what I have to do is just basically click onto one of the waypoints, as you can see there, and then once I do that, it essentially follows the flight plan, and it is quite fun to do long flights. I enjoy it a lot. I just put it on 4 times sim rate, which essentially speeds it up. But yeah, can't really complain about the actual flights. It works really well. I've been having a lot of fun with it. I know my initial video from when I first spoke about the aircraft, I was slating it a lot, but ever since then I think it's a really well worked aircraft. I know they are developing an A340 and they are in early stages of an A380. Now I would love for an A380. Right now I've got Braddock 3D's one, and there's also another one that's released by M Scenery, but I've heard a lot of bad things about him, so I've avoided buying that. The Braddock 3D one, again, very simple, very plain. The cabin, the cockpit, really plain again. It's not as details, which is what you'd expect really. I've flown it a couple of times on Flight Sim 2024, but it's just not really that appealing to me really. Only on MS 2024 I've been flying the A350 because I do love that aircraft and it's one of my favorites. So hopefully an A380 is in the works for this year. If so, then that would be incredible. In terms of the game, Flight Simulator 2024, a lot can be improved, but I don't have high hopes. I've always got issues from when I land. You've got aircraft just spawning randomly at the gate on top of your aircraft, which I don't like. There's so many times where I've had to actually just exit the game, load straight into the jet bridge, and then just put that as part of the video because it's literally impossible. As you're coming up to park to a jet bridge, you can't find any free. I've tried various ways to turn off those AI aircrafts, but whatever I do, I can't seem to get it to work. So I'm just literally I can't do anything about that really. It's stuck there, so I've got to get used to it. But yeah, literally everything that I could point out that's wrong, that affects the way I fly, is literally because of Flight Sim 2024. There's a lot of things they need to improve, from the stuttering, from the AI aircrafts on the jet bridge. Yeah, there's just a lot they need to improve. Hopefully Sim Update 3 works. I know a lot of people are in beta, but I don't think I'm on that. I don't plan to, rather just use the game how it is, but hopefully it should be released soon, and hopefully there should be some improvements. But honestly, 1 month in for this aircraft, I love it. If you're on the fence about buying it, buy it. It's really good. It's an amazing aircraft. The only thing that annoys me is the fact that we have to pay for liveries, but again, that's not going to change, so that's out of our control. But honestly, a really good aircraft, where Microsoft, the game Flight Simulator, just affects it a little bit. But honestly, I'd highly recommend it. It's one of my favorite aircrafts to fly. Thank you for watching this video. Leave a like, press that subscribe button, and until next time.